We've all been there. Scrolling through social media, bombarded with images of people living their best lives. Vacations in Bali, perfectly plated avocado toast, promotions that come with corner offices and personal masseuses. It's enough to make even the most optimistic person wonder, what am I doing wrong? Where's my happiness unicorn? Here's the secret they don't tell you. That unicorn? It's a myth. Happiness isn't some elusive creature you chase down with the perfect job, the perfect partner, or the perfect Instagram filter. It's not a destination but a journey. A messy, hilarious, sometimes frustrating journey that's uniquely yours. So how do we stop chasing unicorns and start enjoying the rainbow? By shifting our perspective. For years, we've been fed this idea that success equals happiness. Get good grades, land a high-paying job, buy a house, achieve all the things, and then you'll be happy. But what if we had it all wrong? What if instead of happiness being the reward, it was the fuel? This is where the science gets really interesting. Studies show that when we're happy, our brains actually perform better. We're more creative, productive, resilient, and better able to solve problems. Think about a time when you were genuinely happy. Chances are, you felt more energized, focused, and capable. So instead of waiting for success to magically bestow happiness upon us, let's flip the script. Let's choose to cultivate happiness now and watch as it unlocks our full potential in all areas of life. All right, so maybe you're thinking, this all sounds great in theory, but I still have bills to pay and deadlines to meet. How am I supposed to just choose happiness when life is throwing curveballs left and right? Fair point. No one's saying you have to walk around with a permanent grin plastered on your face, pretending everything is sunshine and rainbows. That's not positivity. That's delusion. Real positivity isn't about ignoring the negative. It's about acknowledging it, processing it, and then choosing to focus on the good. It's about finding the silver lining in the storm cloud, the lesson in the mistake, the humor in the awkward situation. Think of it like training a muscle. The more you practice focusing on the positive, the stronger that muscle becomes. It's not always easy, especially when life throws you a curveball the size of Texas. But the more you flex that positivity muscle, the easier it becomes to bounce back from setbacks and approach challenges with a can-do attitude. Okay, we've talked about the importance of happiness and positivity. But what about actually achieving our goals? How do we go from dreaming big to actually making those dreams a reality? Here's the thing, big goals can feel overwhelming, like climb Mount Everest in flip-flops, overwhelming. But here's a secret, even the most daunting tasks become manageable when you break them down into smaller bite-sized chunks. Think of it like eating an elephant, figuratively of course. You're not going to shove the whole thing in your mouth at once, I hope. You'd start with one bite, then another, and another, until eventually you've tackled the entire beast. The same principle applies to goal setting. Instead of focusing on the massive, intimidating end goal, break it down into smaller, actionable steps. By chunking your goals down into smaller, more manageable pieces, you'll feel a sense of accomplishment with each step you take, which will fuel your motivation and keep you moving forward. Section 5. Embracing the F word. Failure is just a plot twist. Now, let's talk about the dreaded F word, failure. We're conditioned to avoid it like the plague, to see it as a sign of weakness or incompetence. But here's the thing, failure is an inevitable part of the journey. It's not the opposite of success, it's a stepping stone on the path towards it. Think of your favorite book or movie. Would it be as interesting if the main character achieved their goals without facing any obstacles? Of course not. Life is the same way. It's the failures, the mistakes, the detours that make our stories interesting, that shape us into the resilient, resourceful, and badass individuals we are. So the next time you encounter a setback, don't beat yourself up. Instead, reframe it as a learning opportunity, a chance to adjust your approach and come back stronger. Section 6. The importance of me time in a go-go-go world. In today's fast-paced, always-on world, it's easy to get caught up in the hustle and forget about the most important person, you. We wear busyness like a badge of honor, glorifying long hours and sacrificing sleep in the name of productivity. But here's the thing, you can't pour from an empty cup. Think of yourself like a smartphone. If you're constantly using it, running multiple apps, and never giving it a chance to recharge, eventually, the battery will drain, and the phone will stop working. Our minds and bodies are the same way. We need time to rest, recharge, and reconnect with ourselves to function at our best. Me time isn't selfish, it's essential. It's about prioritizing your well-being so you can show up as the best version of yourself in all areas of your life. So whether it's a hot bath, a good book, a walk in nature, or simply 10 minutes of quiet meditation, make time for yourself every day. Section 7. Finding your tribe. Because happiness loves company. Humans are social creatures. We crave connection, belonging, and the feeling of being part of something bigger than ourselves. And guess what? Happiness is contagious. Surrounding yourself with positive, supportive people is like giving your happiness a superpower. These are the people who lift you up, cheer you on, and remind you of your awesomeness, especially when you forget. They're the ones who make you laugh until your sides hurt, offer a shoulder to cry on when you need it, and inspire you to be your best self. On the flip side, negative people can be like energy vampires, sucking the joy out of everything. Seek out relationships that nourish your soul, challenge you to grow, and leave you feeling energized and inspired. Remember, you become like the people you spend the most time with, so choose your tribe wisely. Section 8. Gratitude is the attitude counting your blessings, literally. In the hustle and bustle of everyday life, it's easy to get caught up in what we lack and forget about all the good stuff we already have. We focus on the things we wish were different, the goals we haven't yet achieved, the possessions we covet but don't possess. But here's the thing. Gratitude is the antidote to negativity. When we focus on what we're grateful for, our brains release dopamine and serotonin, those feel-good chemicals that make us, well, feel good. It's like giving our brains a happiness boost on demand. So, how do we cultivate more gratitude? It's simpler than you think. Start a gratitude journal and write down 3 things you're grateful for every day. The more you train your brain to focus on the positive, the more you'll notice things to be grateful for, and the happier you'll become. Section 9. Small steps, big impact, daily habits for a happier you. We've covered a lot of ground, from the importance of positivity and goal setting to the power of self-care and gratitude. But how do we put all this into practice in our daily lives? Here are a few simple yet powerful habits you can incorporate into your routine to boost your happiness levels. Start your day with intention. Instead of reaching for your phone first thing in the morning, take a few minutes to set your intention for the day. Move your body. Exercise isn't just good for your physical health, it's a powerful mood booster. Connect with nature. There's something about being in nature that just soothes the soul. Practice mindfulness. In our hyper-connected world, it's easy to get caught up in the constant stream of information and forget to be present. Mindfulness is about paying attention to the present moment without judgment. Spread the love. Happiness is contagious, so spread it around. Compliment a stranger, do something nice for a friend, or simply smile at someone you pass on the street. Remember, small changes can make a big difference. Choose 1 or 2 of these habits to focus on and watch as your happiness levels soar. Section 10. Go forth and be happy. And don't forget to share the good vibes. Congratulations! You've reached the end of this happiness crash course. You're now equipped with the tools and knowledge to live a more joyful, fulfilling, and purpose-driven life. Remember, happiness isn't a destination, it's a journey. Choose happiness, embrace the journey, and don't forget to share the good vibes.